بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما يا رب العالمين. Beloved brothers and elders and sisters, yesterday we covered this remarkable section about Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam's da'wah, his invitation to his father, in the Tafsir of Surah Maryam, the Surah of wonders and amazement from Allah Azza wa Jal. This amazing da'wah that Ibrahim alayhi salam does to his Abu, his father, who himself was a kafir and himself was a mushrik. Even then, he's talked so nicely to his father, so beautifully. He organized his talk in such a beautiful, systematic way. And you saw how many dimensions, how many different areas Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam spoke on, alhamdulillah. This is the level that a person should do when they're trying to give da'wah. We talked about this last time. But when we want to give da'wah sincerely and genuinely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you put in your utmost effort to make sure to give the best message, inshallah ta'ala. So keeping this in mind, this is what Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam did. Such an amazing, wondrous da'wah he gave, and such an ajeeb response he received from his father. What response he received from his father was, قَالَ رَاغِبٌ أَنْتَ عَنْ آلِهَتِي يَا إِبْرَاهِيمُ. Do you hate our idols, Ibrahim? Do you have some animosity towards our idols? Do you have ragham? You don't want to get near our idols, Ibrahim? Do you turn away from our idols? If you don't stop what you're doing, I'm going to stone you to death. وَهْجُرْنِي مَلِيًّا. Leave me at peace. I don't want to hear this anymore from you. I'm done with you. This is what he heard from his father. This is the Nabi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who's known as the father of Tawheed alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam. When no one was calling towards oneness of Allah ta'ala, he was calling to Allah ta'ala by himself. When no one was there in his community, he was the only one believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At such a young age, when he was a teenager, 13 or so years old, he was believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the man, his father says, get the heck out of my house. I don't want to hear your message anymore. Now subhanAllah, he could have said, how dare you, I'm the Nabi of Allah. How dare you, this isn't this. How dare you, this isn't this, right? What does he do? He says, قَالَ سَلَامٌ عَلَيْكَ. It's such a beautiful response. Abu, if that's what you want, you said you wanted peace from me, I also want peace for you. Salamun alayk means, peace be upon you. Salamun alayk is a profound thing. We don't realize as Muslims what we do when we give salam. I want everyone to remember, when you're giving salam, you're asking, Assalamu alaykum. As you saw earlier in the surah, Allah Ta'ala said, Yahya alayhi salam was salamun alayya yawma wulida wa yawma yamut. That Isa alayhi salam was said, salam be upon me. Yahya alayhi salam says, Allah says, salam be upon him. Allah Ta'ala mentioned 3 times in their life. The time when they were born, the time when they die, and the time when they're resurrected. Allah was highlighting these difficult times. Whereas when you say Salamun alayk, what time is it connected to? All the time. Salamun alayk means, may Allah's peace always be with you. No matter where you go, what you do, wherever you are, may Allah's peace be upon you at all times. This is why, subhanAllah, this dua that he's making for his father. Father, you're saying, leave me at peace. He said, Father, I want you to be in peace. I want for your whole life to be in peace. I want that the rest of your life while you're living in dunya be in peace, your maut be in peace, and we raise before Allah to also be in peace. This is when we give salam to each other. What are you saying to the person? Assalamu alaikum, may Allah to have peace with you. This one dua you make when you meet a Muslim could change his whole life if you remember what you're making dua for. You're saying, Assalamu alaikum, may Allah to give you peace forever, that it never separates from you. What a beautiful thing he's saying to his father who's kicking him out the home. We don't even do this nice to our father who's good to us every day. Allahu Akbar. The father that takes care of us and provides for us and nurtures us and everything, right, who actually genuinely deserves our love and attention. We don't do this much for him. But look at Ibrahim alayhi salam, his father is taking him out the home. He's like, Abu, salamun alayk. So astaghfiru laka rabbi. I'll seek forgiveness for you. Every day that you are alive, Father, I'm going to seek forgiveness for you. So astaghfiru laka rabbi. Inno kana bi hafiya. My Lord is very subtle, He's very gentle with me. My Lord will take care of me, inshallah. I'm going to make dua. This is the thing I wanted to mention from last time. This idea of meeting genuine people. I talked about it a little bit briefly yesterday, and I want to really stress this point today, inshallah ta'ala. It's so rare to find someone who's genuine, yaar. To find someone who actually loves you for the sake of Allah ta'ala. Who actually will care for you and provide for you and all the, the genuine people. Everyone, subhanAllah, always two-faced. Sometimes, subhanAllah, we're so good at two-faced, we become three-faced. Some people 3-faced, 5-faced. Some people 10-faced. Ajib, how many wujuh, how many faces we have. Ajib people we are. We can't be one face. This is what it is. Genuine means what? I genuinely care about you. Like subhanAllah, genuinely caring about people is something that's so missed in this ummah. I remember reading in Ibn Rajab al-Hanbali's kitab, Jami' al-Ulum al-Hikam. He talks about Abu Bakr radhiyallahu anhu. He says, why did Abu Bakr become Abu Bakr? radiallahu anhu. Why no Sahabi became like Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu? He mentioned more or less to the effect that Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu sincerely and genuinely wanted goodness for all of creation. He wanted that everyone be happy and be good. But subhanAllah, today we can't even see someone else being good. Someone else's kid is doing good. You're like, yeah, I wish that, why does his kid get it? Why doesn't my kid get it? We are so ajib people we are. Allah forgive us. You want to inshallah become like this person who Allah is praising in the Quran. You must genuinely desire happiness for others. This is what it means to be a muttaqi. People in Ramadan, right? You want to become muttaqeen? I tell you, simple thing, muttaqi. You want to know what muttaqi is? Being mindful, right? Who's on my right? Who's on my left? Who's in front? Who's behind? Just be aware of who's here. Okay? If I burp, right, will I cause a harm to someone next to me? Maybe I should cover. If I'm coughing, right? When I cough, I'm going, I'm dying in front of everyone, right? Should I cover my mouth? Am I harming someone? If I'm sitting somewhere, if I leave my glass there, is someone going to have to pick it up before me? If I'm a youngster and there's an elder walking near me, should I not open the door for him? If there's an elder, this is the thing about being mindful. Just be aware. We turn off our brains completely. In Ramadan, you have to be the most mindful. On Qiyamah, if you can come and no wife, no children, no one can ask you for any haqq, wallahi, you are successful. Wallahi, on Qiyamah, if no one can ask you and say, Allah, he did this to me, or he did this to me, he did this to me, no one tells you nothing, you're successful. Because why? On the Day of Judgment, you deal with no insan. You only have to deal with Allah. And Rabbul Alameen won't do you bad, inshallah ta'ala. Beloved brothers and elders, become mindful. Why is it that we have to continue to remind youngsters to be good to their elders? There's something so wrong with us, subhanAllah. There's something so wrong with us. Allah forgive us, This is a ajib time we live in. Rasulullah said near the end of times, you're going to see غَيْضَ الْوَلَدِ أَيَّكُونَ الْوَلَدُ غَيْضًا. And near the end of times, children will just be full of anger. Oh, you want to see a kid full of anger? Take away his laptop. Take away his tablet. Oh, أَيَّكُونَ الْوَلَدُ غَيْضًا. Sadaqa Rasul. Say, Sadaqa Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He spoke the truth. They're so angry against their parents. You have to understand, this is what Ibrahim is saying right now. This is not like our zaman. Many kids will be happy to leave the home. Oh yeah, dad, I'm ready. I was already saving money to get the heck out of here. People are like, in their time, this is the most terrifying thing. I'm going to leave the father who took care of me, the father who provided, and the father who loves me. This is my father. Doesn't matter how bad they are. We're still seeing kids like this, honestly, right? Even no matter how bad they are, if their father says something, they come back crying to their father. They say, no, Abu, don't do that, please. This is the person that we're talking about here. We have to become good people, inshallah ta'ala. This is how our akhlaq will become transformed. You want to become muttaqi? Just be mindful of everyone. I'm telling you, seriously, for me as well, salah, right? If there's an elderly person in salah, I just think about them. When I saw one elderly uncle, he was sitting down in the tarawih, my heart broke. I said, yeah, we're doing this too. It's just we have to, because uncle wants to stand. And then he can't even stand anymore because we're taking, like this type of stuff affects me. I love it when people tell me this, by the way. When you tell me, oh, Maulana, there's someone in this community, there's someone here, there's this brother who needs some hajah, something needs to be resolved, and I can take care of it for them. Because why? Because I genuinely want good for you. I would love to everyone go to Jannah together. Wouldn't you like to enjoy Jannah? We can have a big jacuzzi party in Jannah, subhanAllah. I don't know what we can have in Jannah, but we can. But we have to have genuine concern. إِنَّهُ كَانَ بِي حَفِيًّا. Trust in Allah Ta'ala. So Ibrahim a.s. continues to make dua for his father. Makes dua and dua and dua. So much dua for his father. Every day, you think he missed his dua. Even after his father died, he made dua. And after his father died, he made dua. And Allah Ta'ala told Ibrahim, this one dua has to stop now. I'm sorry, Ibrahim, but this is it. This is all you can make dua for. He had to be told by Allah Ta'ala to stop making dua. That's how much he loved his father. And we can't even say, Rabbi irhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira. Not a single day he goes except I remember my father, rahimahullah ta'ala. And I hope that after you and I pass, our children will make dua for us. But this relies on one thing, that you remember your parents so they'll remember you, inshallah ta'ala. So Ibrahim a.s. makes dua like this. وَأَعْتَزِلُكُمْ وَمَا تَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ. I'm going to leave you, Father. You wanted me to leave? I will leave completely. But I'm going to leave everything. I'm going to leave here, the community, the shirk, the ibadah, everything. I'm not doing any of this. وَمَا تَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ وَأَدْعُوا رَبِّي. I won't call any idol. I'll call my Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. عَسَىٰ أَلَّا أَكُونَ بِدُعَاءِ رَبِّي شَقِيًّا. Perhaps my Lord will not make me misfortunate in making dua to Him. Perhaps I will not become shaqi by making dua to Allah. I have hope in my Allah. He will take care of me. So Ibrahim is leaving the home. His son Ismail is where? Makkatul Mukarramah. He's there with Hajar alayhi salam. Ibrahim is leaving with Sarah. Ibrahim is leaving with Sarah. Who does he have with him? Just him and Sarah. How long have they been together? Subhanallah. This is like a super golden marriage. Like they've been together forever. I don't even know. Like Ibrahim at this time, I think in the books they mentioned like roughly like 100 and something. right? And Sarah was like 80 something, right? And he's been with her for like 20, since like 2013, 14. You know, they were young when they got married, right? And so this is super, super golden marriage. And he's okay. He's like, if Allah tells me to leave now, I'm going to leave. He's old, his wife is old, he has no one to take care of them. فَلَمَّا اعْتَزَلَهُمْ, Allah said, when he decided to leave everything, and he did something so beautiful, his akhlaq was so good, his adab was so good, Allah says, when he separated from them, وَمَا يَعْبُدُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ, whatever they worship besides Allah, وَهَبَنَا لَهُ إِسْحَاقَ, we gave him Ishaq. Allah said, we gave him Ishaq at that really old age, so that way, inshallah ta'ala, he has someone to take care of him. Now, subhanAllah, he's already super old. This is already a miracle enough. He didn't even ask for Ishaq. Did he ask for Ishaq? Zakaria asked for someone. Ibrahim says, if Allah takes me like this, I'm okay. I'm fine. This is what it means to be Khalil alayhi salam. One beautiful brother yesterday was talking about Ibrahim being Khalil, and I thought, what made him Khalil? Is because anything Allah said, he was willing to accept. And he said, if Allah didn't give me a son now, I'm fine with it. And so Allah gave him Ishaq alayhi salam. He's already super old. Do you expect him to see his grandson? Probably not. Ishaqa wa Yaqub. Allah said we gave him Ishaq. We also gave him Yaqub too. So while he was alive at 120 plus, he saw his grandson Yaqub alayhi salam. You think Allah can do? Kullan ja'alna. Not even just regular Ishaq and Yaqub. Because we have one Ishaq, we have one Yaqub here. Yaqub Bai and Ishaq Bai, whatever. Wa kullan ja'alna nabiyya. We all made them all Anbiya too. Oh, come on. This man hit the jackpot. When you become Khalil of Allah, you have nothing to worry about, beloved brothers and elders. Trust in Allah to the decision. His hikmah, His wisdom is so profound. Having said that, inshallah, I want to pause here, just because we're kind of out of time. I want to just mention one thing. So far, mashallah, we've been discussing stories, right? First story was Zakaria. There's someone, alayhi salam, who was asking Allah, and he wanted from Allah. He asked Allah for a child, and he wanted a child. Next story is Maryam. Maryam did not ask and did not want. Okay, so Zakaria alayhi salam wanted and asked. Maryam did not want, did not ask. Ibrahim alayhi salam did not ask, but he wanted. Right? He wanted a son. Allah Ta'ala gave him a son. So the third story is about a person who did not ask Allah, but his heart had a desire. Allah Ta'ala gave him because of that love. MashaAllah. The fourth one, mashallah, is about someone who did not ask, did not want, but Allah wanted for them, which is Musa alayhi salam. Ajib, this Quran. I'm listening to it today, I'm like, this is Ajib Quran. Allah Ta'ala grant us understanding and tawfiq, inshallah ta'ala. Allah, that we continue to ask Allah and understand in our heart that Allah Ta'ala is always there, and He will give us, inshallah, the best time. Wa sallallahu Muhammad.